This week on Hermitcraft.
Oh! Oh, hi! Hello! Didn't see you there, didn't see you. Hang on, how rude of me. There we go. Sorry, I was just watching the recap. Of course, there's so many of us playing on the server, making videos. The recap is my favourite way of catching up with what everyone's been up to.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
Didn't see you there. Didn't see. Oh, hang on. How rude of me. Sorry, I was just watching Azuma's video where he plugged the recap, which was really nice of him because we put a lot of effort into these videos, and the response from you guys. Welcome to the Hermitcraft Recap. My name is Pixorifs, our writer is LoyXP, and last week we asked you to vote on whether you are for or against the new Hermit Order, and you sure did show where you stand. We got around 3,000 anti-NHO clicks, 5,500 pro-NHO clicks, and a good dozen comments asking what on earth the NHO actually is. Since most of you guys are NHO followers, well, I guess we better fall in line. So I, for one, welcome our new Hermit Overlords. If you're still confused about what all of this means, you can click the iCard in the upper right corner and check out a special What is the NHO episode we compiled for the occasion. As per usual, we're going to save the NHO news segment for the end of the recap, because right now we have a bigger fish to discuss. Or should I say, a bigger dig. Because the great announcement for this week is that Hermitcraft is going underground. It turns out the community area, which many were fearing was too small for the shops and houses, is only a cover-up for a giant underground three-dimensional ellipsoid for the hermits to make into a city. And as we know from the Death Star 2 arena in Season 4, Hermitcraft members are rather good at replacing world edit with just a bunch of pickaxe swinging.
Once we have this thing all mapped out in a circle, then we can plan out where the residential is going to go, where the shopping is going to go, how it's all going to fit together, and where those beautiful elements of design are going to come together within this.
Where some hermits would skip over the grind, Joe Hills uses it as an excuse to get everybody together. He carves out a sizable chunk of chunks while hanging out with Scar, Wells Knight and Cubfan, then creates a community storage area enigmatically named Yesh, so they have somewhere to put all that cobble.
I can say Yesh. Yesh there is. Y'all each share hermits. The future home of everything that's in these chests, except for that zombie.
The dig will sadly go without much help from TFC, since his rural internet can't exactly handle the server this week, as if ghost blocks weren't bad enough. It's a shame too, because TFC could really use all that cobblestone for his giant wall. Although he may be able to borrow some from PythonGB, as he has his own giant area to empty out, a task which includes taking all the diamonds from the perimeter and apparently replacing them with grass.
Nearest Dammer, a stack of diamond ore blocks, 62 to be exact, are just about ready to be mined with a Fortune 3 pickaxe.
One other common thread for the week is the everlasting search for iron in the absence of the community Iron Titan. Hoping to put an end to this suffering, Azuma Void and Iskall come together at Tango Tech's base area and create their own version of the Titan, a dirt-based iron farm with a bunch of doors and a golem on top.
Guys? Oh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Of course it doesn't actually work, but it gets the message across. The server needs an industrial golem grinder, and it needs it yesterday. And an industrial iron farm it shall have. Well, not the whole server, just Cubfan, as he builds his own super productive farm on the outskirts of the server, not even in the spawn chunks. But that won't even be necessary, as this 64 village monstrosity, capable of producing a steady stream of iron golem after iron golem after iron golem, can reset itself back into its super cheaty state. Of course, this process takes an hour and a half, but it's well worth it, as long as you're happy to put Lord of the Rings on while you AFK. And that's not even his only farm this week, as he finishes the witch hut and finds a double skeleton spawner near it. Cub truly is on his way to mass producing everything. Well, someone had to try and top Azuma Mumbo's farms. On the subject of AFKing, Impulse SV initially took a much more hands-on approach to farming, as he hand-shoveled enough sand to drain his entire ocean monument, but after assembling a series of flying machines, he AFKs for 18 hours to automate the draining process. It all goes pretty well, except for when he tries to reactivate his own iron farm, and the golems spill out everywhere.
So let's let them fall through. Okay, they didn't fall through. Oh man, I made a mess.
In a more community-spirited venture, Mumbo Jumbo has not only finished his villager sorter setup, but has it open to any passers-by.
I personally don't think that is ever going to look boring to me. Look at them. Oh, that's what the entrance to hell looks like, I think.
Too bad, many of the passers-by have already doomed themselves to the hell of 1,000 villagers. Ijevin and Iskall both have automated villager farms in varying degrees of green, while Zombie Cleo goes for a more free-range approach. And guess which one of them gets a mending librarian first?
This librarian has a mending book in it. It was the first baby that spawned in my thing, and then it's got, like, rubbish stuff. I do actually need more bookshelves.
She also has a pickaxe named Gaston, because no one knocks like Gaston, breaks those blocks like Gaston, turns flat surface terrain into rocks like Gaston. He's especially good when he's excavating. While all that's going down, Tango Tech concentrates on some peripheral stuff, like encasing his base in a circle of netherrack and building a pumpkin and melon farm to trade around with his own big-nosed friends.
Please. That doesn't do much to amuse me.
Anyone who thinks they can sell fake mending books will surely get a kick out of the prank Ren pulled on Iskall for doing exactly that. Together with False Symmetry, he infiltrates the green plastic area and floods it with orange and black flying jellyfish, while telling some weird spider squishing story, almost as if he just needed someone to replace Iskall and listen to his banter now that they broke up.
Oh. The Space Invaders! No, what the crap? Oh, he's gonna pay for this. He's gonna pay for this.
Once he's done revenging, Ren finds the only spawnable area on his island and puts a mob grinder in it for maximum hostility per block. Back at her base, False goes foliage happy and figures out the plans for the area.
I put the lighting over there temporarily where I think it's going to go. It's going to be Enron's again, because I want this city or town to have a sort of like electric, even though the buildings look traditional, and there's going to be sort of an idea to go along with that in the long run.
Once the last jellyfish is removed, Iskall returns to his storage area shenanigans. Soon his side of the island grows a plastic beach with plastic trees, an auto smelter, and a sugarcane farm in the shape of a column. A sugarcane pillar, if you will. Also,
oh, where the crap is Richie?
No one liked him, then he died.
Richard is dead, R.I.P. That freaking sucks.
XB Crafted, on the other hand, seems to be keeping his illagers, but has had no problem shuffling them around as he renovates their old house. The latest improvements are mostly tunnels, one super speedy ice path out to his triple spawner, and another tunnel through the giant cobblestone foundation. On a bit of a collab spree, Azuma joins Mumbo Jumbo to raid an ocean monument, which they take on using TNT and slime blocks. It's all worth it for the Elder Guardian head, which, now I think about it, is actually his whole body too, so they've just put a giant fish on their faces.
I want to see some fan art of this. This is a fan art moment like I've never seen it, you know? Mumbo and X running around slime blocks like in an ocean monument.
His final collab is with Zedaf as they challenge themselves to get an iron pickaxe without using any tools or armor. So creeper mining it is. Hilarity ensues. To even the shenanigans out, Azuma builds himself a simple yet productive AFK-able sheep farm with little help from Evil X, and Zedaf polishes out the auto smeltery to completion. And with all that covered, saddle up your drama llamas, we're going into NHO territory. Cue the theme song.
I play Hermitcraft every day.
Seriously, do we only have one theme song? Of course, Stress Monster couldn't just sit there at her swamp and build cozy little houses. Returning to the mesa for a brief moment, she manages to stir the pot out of proportion with pink heart banners which she puts around the area. On top of that, Iskall and Rendog have posted weird revolution videos containing fake subtitles that blather about something opposition-y, I guess. Wells Knight even starts a little karaoke club to support the far left movement after thickening his castle's defences, of course.
Do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes.
But the first official opposition to the NHO comes in the form of Biffa's OHO, the original Hermit Order, standing for truth, justice, and the AFK fishing way. Biffa's first good deed is to return False's missing horse, which she promptly kills, but we don't believe the killing was politically motivated. Biffa goes on to build the controversial AFK fishing farm literally one block outside the NHO's front door.
Whoops! I seem to be right outside the headquarters of No. This gate is infringing on the non-No side, which I'm claiming everything else for the OHO, the original Hermit Order.
Just to push his luck, he leaves a bunch of signs around the NHO jungle, so now the charges are currently breaking and entering, tampering with property, invasion of privacy, and building of an unsolicited fish farm. Sorry, who are the bad guys again? At least B-Dubs has taken the initiative and begun siphoning loot from the fishing farm as taxes, but with more people taking a stand against the NHO, they decide it's time to recruit some fresh minions. First on the chopping block is Good Times with Scar, who will make a great double agent for the organisation when he can remember its name.
Alright, I will be initiated into the
It's an NHO, for gosh sake! Get in the pit! Get down in this pit!
B-Dubs dispatches him with an axe to throw the others off the scent and is sharpening his sword for Python GB when he gets a surprise. Python has already kept some of Azuma's contested quartz and wants to act as the NHO's tax collector. To rank up their intimidation points, Doc M builds a giant skull next to the jungle temple, complete with a secret door hidden in the spine, and Vintage Beef moves on from the Jurassic Park gateway to set up a skeleton crew in watchtowers around the river. Keen to acquire potions for their arsenal, B-Dubs and Doc ninja their way into Azuma's base wearing spider heads and steal as much nether wart as they dare, stopping only to break the string on X's precious fish farm and run off laughing into the nether.
It's full of books.
It is?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Help yourself. Help yourself.
And that's just about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP and my name is Pixel Riffs. In the end cards, you'll find episode 1 of a build tutorial series I just started today. Check it out. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, share this video with the Hermitcraft fans in your life, subscribe so you won't miss future episodes of the recap, and if you want to nerd out about the Hermits with us, leave us a comment. We like those. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.